Hey everybody, welcome to this special edition of the Maine Morgue. Now this will not be next week's episode. Next week we'll still do an episode on Wednesday. I'm just doing this special edition to talk about the amazing Scream Halloween special that aired last night on MTV. As many of you know, longtime viewers or listeners of the podcast, we've just recently started doing videos, so listeners of the podcast, I'm a huge fan of the Scream franchise, as well as the Scream TV show that airs on MTV. Last night they did a Halloween special, which for a lot of people, they thought that it was going to be the end of the Scream series on TV. And just last week they greenlit a shortened season 3 for Scream, so I'm very excited about that. I was very excited about the Halloween special when I heard about it. So this is a review of that Halloween special. There will be spoilers, so if you have not seen the show, feel free to stop watching at this point right now. Okay, I'll give you 3 seconds to stop the video. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for those of you that are still here, I absolutely loved the opening of this special. I thought instantly, who's behind that mask? When Brandon James was breaking Kieran out and then ended up killing him, which I knew that was coming. When at the end of season 2, the Brandon James voice is saying to Kieran, "Who gave you permission to wear my mask?" I thought that was brilliant. I enjoyed the continuation of the Lakewood Six, which are the 6 survivors of the Lakewood murders. The new characters I thought were very interesting. I mean, the ones that lived, obviously, Audrey's new girlfriend, who was I thought was a great addition to the cast. I actually thought she was involved somehow, and she might be still, because she did survive the massacre on the island. The entire Lakewood Six did, which I was very surprised. I thought we would lose at least one member going into season 3. The island, for me, the setting itself was very, I still know what you did last summer. Not that it didn't work, not that it was a bad location, but it just, been there, done that kind of thing. The legend, and I couldn't remember the girl's name, but the legend that gets the kids to the island, so Noah and, I want to say Carlos, I know that's not it. Noah and his companion can write a story for a new comic book, or a new graphic novel, which, yes, Stavros, that's his name. Stavros and Noah are co-creators of the Lakewood Six graphic novel, which is like a natural progression for those two, I think, because Noah likes to tell true stories and Stavo is an amazing artist, so I think that works for them as a plot point. Like I said, the legend was cool and it gave something new to the story, so the story wasn't just about the Brandon James mask and the Lakewood Six and another Lakewood massacre. But I knew deep down that Noah would figure it out before the end of the show, like he always does. Because, I mean, let's face it, Noah is this Scream universe's Randy Meeks. I love the line, I think we're getting into Freddy versus Jason territory here. I thought that was brilliant. Speaking of shout-outs to other franchises, I thought it was very cool of them to give a shout-out to Halloween when they made the location of the house on the island 45 Lambkin Lane. For those of you that don't know, 45 Lambkin Lane is the address of the original Myers house in John Carpenter's Halloween, which was made in 1978. My birth year. I am as old as Halloween, which I'm very proud of. I tell everybody that. Overall, I thought this story was very solid, worked very well for what they did with it. And for me, this was 2 hours of screamy goodness. I loved everything about this, just about. That's not to say that this movie this series, or this show, I call it a movie because it was 2 hours, but not to say it didn't have flaws, because it did. I didn't like the island necessarily. The legend worked for me, but kind of iffy on that. But, it was good. I loved the killer's motive in that he was so much like Emma that he lured her there so they could meet and hopefully be together. And the whole thing was Emma was trying to just be Emma for the weekend. She didn't want to be Emma Duval victim, Emma Duval survivor. And at the end, when she dispatches of the psychotic would-be boyfriend, she says, "I'm Emma Duval and I don't need your help." And she survives along with the Lakewood Six. The ending narration by Noah I thought was perfect. It was a great lead-in for season 3. Two things about the ending of the episode that struck me. Why was Emma's father standing at the grave of Kieran Wilcox? Number one. And number two, who is Mr. James that checks into the hotel? Is it Brandon James, or is it Brandon James' brother? Or another member of the James family? Those are the two questions that I think you're going to find out the answer to in the shortened season 3. Or those are the things I want to know, among other things, what's going to happen. Before I rate this, because I'm going to rate it like I do all the movies during the movie talk segment of my show every week. Again, I'm going to say that it's not without fault, the story for the Scream Halloween special. It's not without plot holes or anything like that. Like, I could have done without deciding if Stavo and... what the hell's her name? Anyways, if the couple was going to go to New York together, I can never remember her name. Not Audrey, the other one. Where was it? Oh yeah. I think there was issues that, I mean, I understand they had to fill 2 hours, so those little plot points had to be in there. And the fact that Emma decides to go to Lakewood College or Lakewood University at the end of the episode means that she's going to stay in Lakewood. And I mean, Stavo and his girlfriend now, they're going to New York, going to NYC. Noah, I don't think, is going to stay in Lakewood because he's too smart. I hope he does, because I think Scream without Noah would be horrible. I think Scream without the Lakewood Six would be horrible. But we'll see. So I gave this Halloween special a 4.5 out of 5 stabs, because while it's not perfect, it's very close for me as a fan of the TV series and as a fan of the franchise. I can't wait to see who the last killer is going to be, because I feel that Scream Season 3 will be the last season. I hope they wrap it all up in a nice little bow like they did the original trilogy of the film franchise. But we'll see. Maybe if it does well, they'll bring it back for a Season 4. Maybe they'll continue to do it in a shortened format. Who knows? I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everybody who supports the Maine Morgue, who watches every week. Thank you for everybody supporting Wicked Carnival Productions and the Sins of Man trilogy. Sins of Man 2 Vengeance will be out around Halloween. We're having some issues with the editing of the film and putting everything in that need to be put in. You know, sound and all that stuff. So it may not hit the Halloween release date. However, it will be available on iBleedIndie.com as soon as it's available, as well as available on DVD at bullmoose.com and wickedcarnivalproductions.com. If you order through Bull Moose, you can only order it if you're in the continental United States. I think they ship to Hawaii and Alaska. I'm pretty sure. But if you live outside of the United States and you would like a copy of either DVD, or both for that matter, email me at wickedcarnivalproductions@gmail.com and we can work something out via PayPal. The only thing I don't like about PayPal is it takes, I believe it's 3 or 4 days to get your money, and then I have to wait for it to clear so it goes into the bank account so I can then ship your DVD. I was using eBay last year to do orders internationally, and eBay takes entirely too long. It takes 21 days from the time you place your order for the money to be cleared and put into my account. And I don't want to do that to fans, especially international fans who there's language issues and things like that. So you can do it directly through my email and we will work something out via PayPal. Okay, thank you guys once again for watching this very special bonus episode of the Maine Morgue. I will catch you guys next week with another full episode of the Maine Morgue. Stay humble, stay hungry, everybody.